Put a plus. Okay, thank you very much. We're not going to waste much of your time. Good evening. My name is Yama. Yes. Attendance is actually also poor, but we're not going to waste much time because we have quite a lot of tasks that we need to cover before our final presentation tomorrow. So I welcome each and every one of you for the meeting and thank you for attending. I'll call upon Mentor Kuzai to officially open the meeting. Thank you.
Good evening, Mentor
Kuzai.
Can you hear me? I'm here. If you can hear me.
Yes, can you, over to you to officially open. Yes, I can.
Okay, thank you. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, would you kindly show me with a plus sign or rate my audibility 1 up to 10? If you can hear me loud and clear. If you can hear me loud and clear, thank you so much. Good evening, Bejan Rentkov. Good evening, Mentor Nyama. My name is Kudzai Olokani. Together with Mentor Nyama, we're going to coordinate the meeting for tonight. Business Games Day 2 for Bejan Rentkov. Your attendance is poor, as Mentor Nyama has just said. So as I promised yesterday that I'm going to be very serious concerning the attendance, since that most of guys think that provided they completed their task, they are done. While you need to attend the business games presentation and participate day 1, day 2, and day 3. They are critical. They are meant to equip you with how to work as a team, how to solve tasks or situations that might arise as guiders later on. So because some of you guys didn't get to take us seriously, we're just going to take besides me and Mentor Nyama, there's only 10 of you guys. There's only 10 of you. So I suppose only 10 of you will get to make it for Bejan and Cove. Only 10 of you will get to make it for Bejan and Cove. I understand that some of you has network problems. I understand that there's been network problems now and then. So I'll be taking those that manage to get in or get booted out with the network. Sorry about that. Okay, as I was saying that we're going to take names. I will personally take your names for those that manage to attend and those that are going to participate. It's not only a matter of you attending. You also need to participate, brainstorm, think with others, help each other on how to solve situation. Another important aspect of these business games is you need to have a document. You need to have a document where you'll be writing all the contribution that you're going to receive from each and everyone. You need to take those contributions and put them on one document. Then you present them tomorrow to the officials, to the Africa Guiders School officials. So it is important that your document is up to date. It's not only about task. It's not only about your task being complicated or completed or passed. It's not about you attending the meeting. It consists of you attending the meeting and participate. Make sure that your tasks are, your house is in order as well. Your house is on order as well as attend the presentations so I'm not going to take much of your time. I'm going to begin just now by posting the task number 4. We ended on task number 4 yesterday. So what I'm going to do is I had earlier selected a presenter, but I don't know if you have anyone who's willing to present the class. Anyone who's willing to coordinate or present the class will be picking out the names as well as checking the time. Anyone is welcome. Anyone who is welcome, just unmute your microphone. Anyone with a stable microphone? I can hardly.
Hello, I do that, mentor.
Yes, Chucks, I can hear you loud and clear. Thank you, Chucks.
I have a stable microphone.
Priscilla, I can hardly hear.
I see Priscilla.
Priscilla, I can hardly hear you. Your microphone or your voice projection is poor. So I'm going to go with Chucks. I'm going to go with Chucks. Chucks will be the coordinator for tonight's session. Okay, Chucks, just a moment. I'm going to select you as the presenter. Just a reminder, what you need to do is you will be calling out the names of anyone who wants to share or anyone who wants to contribute. You will call out their names. They can write their names in the chat box or unmute their microphone. Then all you have to do is open the platform for each and every one of them. For each and every one of them, your duty is also to make sure that there is order. There is only one speaker at a time. Only one speaker at a time. So just a moment, I'm going to load my page. Then I will post the first task. I will post the first task. We left on task number. We left on task number 3 yesterday. So tonight is gonna be task number 4 onwards. Task number 4 onwards. Just a moment. Okay, I apologize for my network reception if it's acting up. If you can hear me loud and clear, would you kindly show me the plus sign? If you can hear me loud and clear, would you kindly show me the plus sign? Okay, Njabulo, I think it's your network. If you can hear me, thank you. Thank you, guys. Okay, Chucks, I'm going to post task number 4 in the chat box. I'm going to post task number 4 in the chat box. There you go. Chucks, can you hear me loud and clear? Chucks, can you hear me loud and clear? Chucks, are you still with me? Chucks? I think I have lost Chucks, guys. Anyone else who wants to, who is willing to coordinate the session for tonight?
Yeah.
Yes,
I can hear you. I can hear you. Your telephone is not stable, but I can hear you.
Additionalize here, I can hear you.
I can hear you now. I'm with you. I can hear you.
Okay. Okay, Chucks. Let
I can hear you, sir.
Chucks is online now.
Okay, Chucks, you can take over. You can take over. I've just posted the task on GoToMeeting platform as well as on the Skype. Bechan Rentkoff, I've posted the task. All the floors are open for discussion. You can write your contribution.
And just one other thing, Kudzai, for those people who get booted out.
Yes. Yes, Mentor Nyama.
Hello.
Guys, if you can hear me, would you kindly show me the
okay.
I was saying if they can remember to share the tasks on the Skype chat for those people who get booted.
Okay. Yeah, thank you for bringing that up. Guys, you are welcome to write your contribution in the GoToMeeting chat box as well as on Skype. If you have a bad network or you have a bad microphone, you can just write your contribution on GoToMeeting or on Skype. We will be taking note of all your names. So I will leave the floor to Chucks now. Chucks, you can take over from here if you can hear me. Chucks, you can take over from here if you can hear me.
Okay.
Thank you.
I can hear you. Thank you very much, sir. Yeah. Okay. I can hear you clearly. I can hear you clearly. All right. Okay. Good evening, guys. We have task number 4, and I'm going to read it out now. Not wasting much time. It says, after 2 months, you have the number of participants and contributions which you calculated earlier. Now, you should calculate what you need to organize within the next month. And a week after the start of the month, there is the local Nigeria holiday, which is celebrated during a week, respectively. In this period, the number of registration falls by 75%. Make a plan of action for a month, what resources and how you should use them. Specify the amount of contributions and participants necessary for the development of the community. Important. $50,000 is given only once. Later on, you should use the free resources from the community. And we have 40 minutes to deliberate on this task. Thank you very much. If you can hear me, you can put your name on the chat box and I will call you to discuss on the task number 4. Can anyone hear me? Can anyone hear me? Hello, can anyone hear me, please? Hello?
Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you.
All right. Okay. Jameson, you can unmute your mic now and say what you have. Jameson, unmute your mic. Hello, Jameson.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. Good evening. You're not going to share more light on the tags. Hello, good evening. Can you hear me? Hello? Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay.
Yes, so go ahead.
That should be print.
Jameson, you can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay.
Jameson, go ahead. We can hear you.
Based on the current situation, we might need to.
Jameson, go ahead. We can hear you.
Yeah. Okay. Can you hear me? Okay. I'm thinking that if we possible to solve this question, and because of the local real which, for instance, that happened of recent that people were unable to go to the bank. A lot of registration were unable to be done. Some people got blocked because they could not make their payment. It would be nice for us to consider other options of raising funds, other options of attracting individuals to come and register, and to not just registration now, but to create. We need to use our resource, and one of our resources that we probably want to make use of is social media. Getting the social media busy with events that happened in the past, people that have provided help and they've been able to get help. I'm sure, remember, putting in mind that we'll be boosting the page on Facebook all the time. So new people would be interested to wanting to come along to join MMM. And if that works, there's an assurance that we'll get more money that will go around when we need to pay people out. Basically, what was given to us was $50,000, which will be used part of it to organize our presence in Lagos State. So, in order for us to be able to make more money, we need to be able to make a lot of noise. We need to be able to make full crowd. We need to be able to make people that have GH in the past be able to talk about it. So for instance now, if you're in a community, say in a church, and the pastor was one of the first part of on 10,000 that we got, the pastor has EH and he was able to GH. I'm sure the pastor comes on people to preach, and if you make mention of something like that, half of the church will want to be part of it. That have benefit from our 1 month or the first 2 months, and being able to make them see reason why they can bring other people in. I think if that is done, we'll be able to get more money to pay off the new set of people coming. That will be all for now.
Right, Jameson, thank you very much. Hello, Jameson. All right, thank you very much, Jameson. Please, everyone, permit me to read out this task again, because it seems we don't really understand what the task is talking about. It says, after 2 months, you have the number of participants and contributions you calculated earlier. Now, you should calculate what you need to organize within the next month. And a week after the start of the month, there is a local Nigerian holiday which is celebrated during a week respectively. So this is the period we really need to work on. It says about a local Nigerian holiday. It can be anything. It can be Easter, it can be Christmas, it can be whatever it is. But you know, during this period, it's very crucial in Nigeria, and they take it very important. So it said in this period, the number of registration falls by 75%. Make a plan of action for a month, and we need to know what resources and how we should use them, specifying the amount of contribution and participants necessary for the development of the community. So I don't think if any of us still don't understand what we are talking about here.
What are you doing? You are putting the pillow on her.
Well, I think you should give us the issue of what I'm trying to gather it here. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Well, let me break it down a bit more. Now, starting with, it says after 2 months, we have the number of participants and contributions which we have calculated on the previous tax, on the tax 1 to tax 3. And it also says that now we should calculate what we need to organize within the next month, knowing that next month this holiday, this local holiday is coming up in Nigeria, and during this holiday, the number of registration, the number of participants falls by 75%. It reduces by 75%. It's not as the previous months. It's not as the previous tax in which we have more participants. So we need to make a plan of action to know what resources we need to an amount of contribution necessary to develop the community within this specific time that this holiday is holding. Priscilla, you can unmute your mic and bring a contribution. Thank you. Priscilla, unmute your mic. Priscilla, go ahead, unmute your mic.
Thank you very much. Yes, sorry, I was just busy trying to unmute my mic. What I think is that obviously things are not looking good if registrations have fallen by 75%. It means we're only now doing 25% of registration, and obviously that does not help. Looking at what we did yesterday, we need to register more people to be able to keep the community stable. So this means that it indicates that there's great instability and stress in the community in as far as people's providing help is concerned. So what might need to happen is that maybe we need to extend the number of days for the people who've already provided help. Say they were supposed to get, when they request to get help, we probably, instead of making their money 10 green, their Marvel green, we can freeze it a little bit so that we buy time to get more registrations in, so that we have more people putting more money into the community. So even if somebody had provided help, their Mavro will not turn green, but rather they will be frozen and will turn blue. And it's more like a pause mode. I think this is what we called it when it happened. And then if any participant wants to get help during this period, they can, but it can only happen as follows. Maybe the withdrawal amount, that is the sum of money that they would have deposited, less the sum that they are taking out for the time of the participation. This is a special arithmetic what can I say? It's a special formula that they use, and it would be a special coefficient, or maybe I can just call it a special coefficient. So we can also stop the growth of the Mavro pending when registration activities return to normal, because if the Mavro keeps growing and people are not registering, where are we going to get the money to pay the people? So we'd rather stop the growth of the Mavro until we have more registrations coming in, because without registrations, we do not have any money to pay the other people. So for now, I think that's what I think. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Victoria. Thank you for your contribution. But we still to deliberate more on this issue. We need more contribution concerning this issue, because it is that we should specify the amount. So we are having a mathematics here. We are having a mathematics here. We should specify the amount of contribution and participants necessary for the development of the community. In this case, we are not going to take measures, or if like just what Cecilia has said, that is when such thing comes in, is if we are not able to register new members, if we are not able to raise contributions during this period, then we can be talking of freezing accounts, Mavros, and other things. But here we are talking of making plans of what we are going to do to bring in new members, how we are going to get new members into the community during this period, and the amount of contributions necessary to develop the community within this period of the holiday. So I'm going to be calling on Pastor Blessing Toyo. Can unmute your mic, Pastor Blessing Toyo. Pastor Blessing, please unmute your mic.
Right, thank you very much. For me, I want to say that first, we should understand that we are having, before now, we have been having a stable run. Now it is the holiday that is giving us a 75% drop. That means that instead of people participating within this very particular period of 1 week that we have the holiday, it means that everybody goes back to their normal duty, celebrating with their families, traveling here and there and all that. So the activities of MMM is just, by the corner, waiting for them to resume again after 1 week, so as for us to get a stable run. Now, from my view, I don't think freezing the Mavro is going to be the solution. The reason is because we already have a structure in MMM, and as a community, we know that the Mavros are frozen for the first 15 days, and then after that, it's unfrozen. And then if you do that and extend it, you might be wanting to tamper with the confidence of the people, because don't forget, these people are just coming in, and everyone you've spoken to them, they want to be sure that you are actually saying the truth. So I believe, from my own angle, I think the best thing to do is, delay the marching, because we're just going to be having 1 week. 1 week, it's what we are going to be having to tackle. We just want to settle a challenge of 1 week. So we delay the marching you know, maybe with 1 week or 2, as the case may be, why the what do you call, the leaders, the guiders have their private meeting, look at how they can, you know, enter into the people while they are celebrating, still pushing out the ideas, so that by the time that is done, when they are coming back with full force. Because one thing you can't do is that you can't stop them from celebrating. You're not trying to tamper with their celebration, but you're trying to do something that after the celebration they can have this force to come back and, you know, believe that it's time for business after getting this information. So we can also create a seminar within this particular period of the celebration. Let's say, for example, if the celebration is going to be in the morning, you can create a seminar in the evening, you know, talk to them, and, you know, the few that comes, you talk to them. So I believe that, you know, if you organize a seminar within this very particular period, it will really go a long way. Thank you very much.
Can I speak, please? Hello? Is anybody there?
Yes,
Hello, anybody? Okay.
Go ahead.
Like you just rightly said now. You said what?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah, continue.
Now, what I'll suggest is, after 2 months, we have normal participants, then it has dropped by 75%. What we need is to increase it back. That means we need to get back to the streets, get back to the beginning, get back to the drawing board. And getting back to the drawing board, what we have to do is this. First, our normal our already participant there, we should try to encourage them to PH again. When they PH again, we have more. Then we get we lay strategy to get at least 200% back, 20% more of what we have. With our participant now, we get 200%, and by doing that, is what they're going to do. Leaders and guiders bonuses should be paused for the meantime because of this this slight 75% reduction. Leaders we can do that. We have a meeting and can pause that because we want the community to grow. We don't want it to collapse or enter pause mode. So we can do that possible for the meantime during that celebration. During celebration, as Pastor Toyos rightly said, people will GH more. Even if it's not 30%, they will GH more. As a GH more, we're going to go to the street, like he said. We are going to make a seminar, maybe in the evening after their celebration, talk to them. We show them evidence of people, of this community, changing life of people, giving people better life. Like for example, in my former working place, I introduced them. Now they are enjoying it. They can do things they can't do before with their salary. Before their salary is paid, they do things they want to do. That's just part of what I feel we can do. We need a plan, a strategy of at least 200% of what we have. If we can start with 100%, but we should target 200%. At least if we fail for 200%, we get to 150, and we fail at least. You can't get below 100%. We target 200%, and we should start with, especially like someone said earlier, the churches, the religious sector. If you go there, if you go to like a community now, we can extend a little show of appreciation to the community, a little care from our especially our leaders. We can show them care. We can maybe get them the religious sector, the megaphone, generators, some small instruments to boost their outreach. And with that, I think that people, even their people that fellowship there, they'll be like, where are these people coming from? What is this about? So they will now come back to them and tell them, wow, LMM is being run, how we can change their life. And I believe we show them our own evidence, and I believe that we'll get to that 200% we've targeted. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I just want to
thank you,
share.
Hold on, please. Thank you. Hello, just hold on, please. I don't know who is taking. You can speak at the same time. Just hold on. I'll call on you to talk. Thank you very much, Ms. Kelly, for that contribution. I like that. It at least answered our question when it says that we are going to put up a kind of an event, a public event, a public show or something. And also, once the presenters, Ms. Kelly and the other two presenters, take note of a post on Skype by one of our participants, which is Ms. Basha. She said, he or she said, we have to go to community radio stations to broadcast our events to attract more people joining MMM. So I like that idea, and I would like the presenters to take note of this and put it down on a document we'll be presenting tomorrow. Also, it's very, very necessary that we like radio stations, stations to broadcast our event, to tell people, to try to explain more to people, so we can attract members in the community. All right, Nitya, you can meet your can contribution. Nitya. Hello, Nitya. Okay.
Hello.
Hello. Hello, can hear you.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. I think before the busy week, maybe it's a Christmas holiday, we can make a promotion. Let's say it's Christmas, Triple M Christmas promotion. Before that week, we can say that within 2 months, we will be providing people with 80% for their Mavros, so that the mass of people can PH, and their Mavros will be clean after 2 months. That means after 2 months, their Mavros will be growing by 80%. By that Christmas promotion, I think the mass of people will be attracted by the 80% promotion for 2 months. So they will PH, the mass of people will PH before that week holiday. So we'll be having many PHs, and I think by making that Christmas promotion 80% 2 months, we will recover our 75%. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Marilatu. Nitya, I don't know if you can hear me. You can unmute your mic and make a contribution. Nitya, can you hear me?
Hello? Yes.
Yeah, Nitya, can go ahead.
Yes, my suggestion is to, I'm not sure if I'm right, as the guiders, we need to recruit more people, and then so that they can PH. So if the people PH, let's say the holiday comes, and then their orders will come out during the holiday time, or that day of the holiday, then we can extend the days, because so that their 72 hours may not fall during the holiday. Then we can extend the hours, maybe with 48 hours on top of that 72 hours, so that, because people will be busy on the holiday and the banks will be closed, because not all of us were using the internet to do payments. Other people, they prefer to go to the banks and pay. So if they can give a chance or extension of the hours, so that they can pay their PH if they fall on that during the holidays that they will have, and also the ones who because there will be people who are waiting for their GH over the holidays. But we can extend the hours for people to pay, because if people didn't pay, maybe their 32 hours will be over. People will be blocked by the system if you don't pay after 72 hours, but they will given a chance to pay their orders. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Mitya. Thank you for that contribution. Priscilla, I don't know if you have any other thing to say. Priscilla,
Yes, please, I do. I just want to first ask Malerato.
Can you
Malerato to please. Yes, I can hear you. Malerato, can you please?
Jason, you can go ahead and make a contribution.
Yes, I can hear you, Priscilla.
Your mic is on, sweetheart. Would you like to mute it, please? Jason, I can hear the baby. Okay, I was just going to say that.
You can unmute your mic and make a contribution.
Hello, can you hear me?
I thought you said I could.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Jameson.
Okay, just so that we don't lose track of what is happening, I'm actually taking down notes for this task. So I just want to give a summary of what I've said, or what I've gotten, the feedback I've gotten so far. For task 4, the game is that we have 75%. Because of the public holiday, a lot of people have not been, we don't have a lot of PH to go PH, so the momentum has actually dropped. So we are looking at in this period, there's a tendency of IGA because of the public holiday and the celebration. A lot of people want to get paid. So just like the example that she raised for Christmas, a lot of people want to. You should expect a lot of people wanting to take their money. So we need to get more money into the system. Apart from freezing, apart from the freezing, apart from extending the time the marbles change from frozen to available, we need to go back to the streets. We need to go back to the street. We need to try out promotion to create awareness. Somebody said that we also need to print out flyers, banners, t-shirts, and posters, which we did initially. You know, when things happen like this, after 1 or 2 months, if you don't make noise about it again, it goes dead, it goes cold. So we need to make more noise. We need to go to the media. We also need to go to churches. We need to go to where events taking place. We need to be able to sell, selling the idea, selling the ideology of MMM to people. Because if you cannot sell, you cannot get anybody to come register. If you cannot really pass out the ideology of MMM to people, it's not about you telling someone. You could tell a civilized man or a woman that come and put your money, PH, in 30 days you get a bonus, and he will tell you he's not interested. So we need to be able to sell the idea. We need to be able to convince people. We need to be able to go to an event. We need to be able to exchange complimentary card. We need to be able to keep in touch our friends. We need to be able to go to the social media. There are a lot of Twitter handles that are available that we can easily just be part of, and during the course of our discussions we can tell them about MMM. You don't need to put it on into people's face, but just chipping it in during the course of conversation, 1 or 2 people would be interested to learn more. And if all this is well done, we'll be able to get more people on board. We'll be able to get more people on board. And during this course, during this period also, so I'll use October 1st, which was Nigerian Independence Day. A week to that time, there was a promo that came out to say that if you register before October 1st, you get 1,000 naira. And on my WhatsApp forum that I noticed so many people register. Something like that would bring people in. So we need to be able to create more bonuses. We need to be able to create more avenue for people to make some little amount of cash, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, and in so doing, we would at the end of the day have a lot of money back. We have a lot of new registered members on the platform. That is what I have captured for now. So if there's any observation or add-on, I will be glad to have them.
James, thank you. Thank you very much. All right, Jameson, thank you very much for that contribution. I read out Ajisola Olusua contribution, and here he said that we should visit the hospitals and orphanage homes. We will promote what MMM is standing for. By that people will take interest to register with the community. So I think that's another good point there. But let us quickly, we have just a few minutes to go. So let us quickly look at this to specify the amount of contributions and participants necessary for the development of the community. Can we specify any amount of contributions and participants necessary for this for the development of the community? So, Priscilla, if you can unmute your mic and make your contribution.
Okay.
Priscilla, unmute your mic, please.
Thank you very much. Okay, unfortunately for this task, I go back to differ with a lot of us and not of contributors. I think that because I'm South African, and I'll quickly just say that in March, April, we went through this phase in MMM South Africa, and we went through, and this seems to be exactly the same thing that the task is asking for. When registration activities fell drastically, it means that they're under a pause. What happened in Africa is that the media and banks started attacking MMM and saying that MMM, because everybody was kept busy with MMM. So they created a lot of panic in newspapers and radios and TVs. Every day there was something on MMM. And a lot of people panicked and they said, no, we're not hearing anything from the Stadium of Rodney, MMM is international. And then everybody panicked, everybody wanted to withdraw their money out of it. And obviously that's when you lose registration, because 55% of the people are taking out, call their money out. So then we went under a pause mode, and what happened at that time is that the only solution to this is difficult to give numbers because we don't know how many people we are going to enroll. But what I know for sure is if we delay a bit the rate at which they provide help, they get meshed with the get help. That is the solution. So what they did is our Mavro was thrown, provided help. And then pause mode was on in old Mavro. So I think when registration activities fell, we get under the pause mode, and this wasted a lot of time for the community. It also means that maybe Nigeria MMM will be divided into two parts, 4 and 1. It would be possible to figure it. And when you have a drop of wake up to 25% people be registered, it has to be an external factor such as the media. So that's what I think, and I think it would be difficult to quantify it in terms of numbers, but instead we look at how we would solve it. We would delay the rate at which the provider or pledge gets matched with the get help. Thank you.
I would like the presenters to take note of the contributions that made earlier. Quickly, Ms. Kelly, can you just make your point quickly? Just make it quickly, because we don't have much time any longer.
Yeah, I just want to add. Okay, I just want to add bloggers. We can get bloggers into the idea of the MMM. So new bloggers who can talk to them.
Hello, Priscilla, we can't hear you. Sorry, Priscilla, we can't hear you any longer. Pastor Blessing, can you please unmute your mic and make a contribution, please? Pastor Blessing, can you unmute your mic?
All right. Hello.
Hello. Yeah, can I hear you?
Let me counter what Priscilla just said. She is talking about the situation in South Africa recently. Let's look at what is really happening here. We are not having a situation here. We just have an holiday that is just lasting for 1 week, not the government fighting. It's an holiday that takes people's attention from MMM. That's the situation. If we go by what happened in South Africa, then that's going to take a long time. So let's forget about the pause mode. The pause mode is not, really required here, because what we are having, the situation we are having here is just distraction because of the holiday. So by the time holidays activity comes back, by the time holidays activity is over, which means the people will have to need to get more information. So when the holiday period is up, as long as we keep giving them the information will keep their mind fixed on this very purpose, so we can be able to achieve our purpose as per, the what we need to get to be able to, pay Udmapro. I want to go by, I think it's Priscelli that said that we can post leaders, post the leaders GH. That's okay. Because it's actually the lizards are really GH much. So we can pause that. That's not a problem, so that we can handle the ordinary participant, we can handle their issue. But I believe that immediately that is done, when we are able to, keep talking and keep talking and keep talking to them, everything will normalize after 1 week. Everything will normalize. It's just very, very simple, because we didn't have a situation before the holiday. Everybody was going on well. Everything was moving on well. It is the holiday that came in between to cause a little distraction, and you can't stop people from celebrating, like I said before. So we just have to keep reminding them. The more you keep reminding them, the more the activity will go. So that's just it. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much for that. Our time is now up, so I would like to call.
40 minutes is up. 40 minutes is up. 40 minutes is up. Thank you. Thank you to Mr. Coordinator. Can see progress tonight. There is really some progress. Keep it up, guys. I'm going to post task number 5. I'm going to post task number 5 in the chat box. There we go. I've just posted task number 5 in the chat box. I'm also going to post task number 5 on page 112 Skype chat. I've just posted now. So Mr. Coordinator, if you can kindly read it out loud for everyone, then you open the platform for discussion. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Mentor. And ladies and gentlemen, here we have our task number 5, and I'm going to read it out loud and clear. So it says, despite the fact that your plans worked out, you do not have enough new registration and new contribution to cover the cost of the current contributions. I read again. Despite the fact that your plans worked out, you do not have enough new registration and new contribution to cover the cost of the current contributions. Moreover, you have a reduction of the amount of contribution by minus 20%. It is necessary to analyze the plan of action in this situation. What are the resources, how many participants, contributions, etc. needed to get this situation resolved? Due to lack of fund, there are delays in payments, and all participants, seeing that neither make their own contribution nor attract new members. So I will take this again. It says, it is necessary to analyze the plan of actions in this situation. What are the resources? However, how many participants, contributions, etc. needed to get this situation resolved? Due to lack of funds, there are delays in payments. The old participants, seeing that neither make their own contribution nor attract new members. Now, describe your plan of action for the next 1 month. What solutions will you invent and what you will actually take? Amount of provided registrations that in this. I don't know if anyone or should I.
I can't really hear you.
Okay, I will read out the task number 5 again. Yeah, I'm going to read it out again.
Hello.
Says, despite the fact that our plans, despite the fact that your plan will work out, you do not have enough new registration and new contributions to cover the cost of the current contributions. And moreover, you have a reduction of amounts of contribution. Hello. Can anyone hear me, please? Please, if anyone can hear me, please do indicate, please.
Hello, Chucks, you have a bad network connection. Your microphone, we can hardly hear you. It's breaking up. Chucks, your voice projection, your network is very bad. We can hardly hear you. It's breaking up. I'm going to kindly ask for someone else with a better network or sound projection, or maybe Chucks, you can refresh your network signal or antenna. Maybe it will stabilize. Can I kindly have anyone else with a better network? Anyone else who has a better network to kindly take over and help Chucks until he is back? Anyone else? Mr. Ajisola? Mr. Ajisola?
Yeah,
okay.
I think I can hear you clearer now.
Okay.
Let me read it out.
Okay, thank you, sir. You can take over from here.
Yeah, coming. Sorry? Wow.
Please go ahead, I can hear you.
All right. Hello. Hello, Ajisola.
Yeah, now. Yes, I can hear you.
Hello. All right. Sorry for the network failure. Sorry for the network failure. No. I think it's better now.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much. So I'm going to read out the task number 5 again. And the task number 5 says, despite the fact that your plans worked out and you do not have enough new registrations and new contributions to cover the cost of the current contributions. Moreover, you have a reduction of the amount of contributions by minus 20%. So it is necessary to analyze the plan of actions in this situation. What are the resources? How many participants and the contributions, etc., that are needed to get this situation resolved? And due to lack of funds, there are delays in payments, and the old participants, seeing that, neither make their own contribution nor attract new members. So describe your plan of actions for the next 1 month. What solution will you invent and what actions you will actually take? State the amount of provided help and registrations that are expected in this month. Thank you very much. If you have any contribution, please kindly indicate so I can call you out. Anyone wants to make any contribution? Please indicate on the chat box by writing down your name so I can call you out. Hello, if you can hear me, if anyone has a contribution to make, please indicate. Hello? Hello, anyone? Okay, Jason, you can make a contribution. Jason.
Okay, I just want to make a short contribution. As you can see that our plan did not work out, and the number of deposits required the cost of the current deposit, we need to get back to the drawing board to see what we've done wrong and how we can improve on the current performance. We don't have enough new registration and new contribution to cover the cost of the current contribution. So what do we need to do? We need to go back to the drawing board. We need to ask ourselves how much more contribution is needed to cover up, what other resources are necessary and needed as well. We teach and explain more about MMM ideology in details. We need to train more people because and that is why we are here today, to become guardian, so that when we finally become one, we can train other people, we can spread the good news around. We need to recruit more members. We need to do more of social media, more of offline presentation. We need to explain the ideology to people. If possible, we can, which does not happen in all cases. Some people would like to see, they want to feel it, they want to be part of it. So for instance, I'll give you an instance. I could say that my sister is not interested in MMM because she feels she does not believe in MMM. I could set up an account for her. I could PH on her behalf, say 20,000 naira. I'm sure by the time she get her first GH, she'll be willing to use her spare money. So if you can introduce that, if you can go out, do adverts, go to the media, even though the media is not our friend, but I'm sure the social media we can use. And with all this, we are sure that at the end, we will be able to get more money into the community to pay up. We need to set up, if possible, meetings in religious places, schools, clubhouses. We need to show people that they can actually benefit from this, and if all this work out, we would get more people on board. The work of a guardian is not just being a guardian. Guardian should be able to resolve issues, should be able to work more, to get more people in. They should be able to have their own Facebook platform, be able to set up a WhatsApp group where new members are invited, the members are seeing activities happening. When you GH, you come there, you say, I just got my alert and all that. The new members that have not taught you wise to PH, may reading such messages from different people, they would want to take that chance to PH. All this and all this would make money available for payment in the coming months. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Jason. Okay, Pastor Blessing, you can unmute your mic and make a contribution. Pastor Blessing, unmute your mic.
Your network is funny.
Pastor Blessing, if you can hear me, unmute your mic, please.
Yes, I've done that. Hello.
Pastor Blessing, if you can hear me.
This time around, we are having a shortage of 20%. Now we have to find a way to generate the funds that we need to be able to pay off the old Marlboro, because our previous plan didn't work. Now, I think the first thing we have to do, if you want to get more people involved, is to get more evidence. And since you're shorting 20%, which means you still have, which you're shorting 20%, which means you still have a little to be able to go by. So what I will suggest is we pay the smaller amount, those who their PH, their GH is small, what they need to get is small. We pay the smaller amount. Now, after paying those smaller amount, then those people will have more confidence. They will be able to talk to some other persons. I've gotten mine, I've gotten my own, they'll start talking to each other. Why the leaders would wait? Because I believe that leadership is sacrifice. Leaders should wait, why they try to do the little they can do. And then we can also have a chat group, like our brother just said. We can have a chat group where people talk about what they have, gotten. For example, if you have a WhatsApp group, for example, and new members are in there, and then you pitch. I have these
Hello, Pastor. That's nice. Stay there. Hello, Pastor Blessing. Okay.
I
would like to call on Jisola Oluyemi. Please unmute your mic.
Thank you very much for the opportunity.
You can unmute your mic.
Yes, I can hear you. Yes, my mic is on mute. I think at this moment, this period, what we need to do, can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay.
We can hear you. Go ahead.
I think what we need to do is we should not shy away. We should shy away from. We should cast fear aside and approach anyone that we come in contact with. Just make efforts to tell somebody about MMM, what MMM stands for, the ideology of MMM. I was surprised one day I get to the bank. I wanted to make some withdrawal. Surprisingly, I heard the, what is it called? The teller, the bank attendant, trying to woo a customer that came for withdrawal or to make a transaction on the counter. I just listened to their conversation, and after the whole thing, I asked the guy, I said, "Oh, my friend, you are talking about MMM?" He said, "Oh God, do you know about it?" I said, so you people are participating in MMM? He said, why not? I said, jokingly,
I just want to buttress what people have said. Now, minus 20%, we have a deficit with that, and we can't pay. So I think that we should enter a pause mode to pause every GH, and like I do when I join MMM, like I'm doing now till now, I have a WhatsApp group for my people. I give them information, the right thing to do, the rules of MMM. I educate them every day. They call me, they message me every time. I talk to them, I show them the way. That's what all leaders should be doing. And it's very annoying when I see some leaders doing the opposite of that. Some guiders are just there. Their number will be switched off for days without trying to help their downline. That's part of the reason why I'm here, to help most people under me, because when they have issues, I can't really help them quickly. Because I consulted somebody and he said the guider has more opportunities to be able to help the person from his own PO to get out of trouble. Now, on the post-mood issue, we use the WhatsApp, we use offline presentations, gather them, put are there. First, we first talk to them how not to panic, and we show them the reason. Especially the Zimbabwe one that came up. I talked to people on WhatsApp, on Facebook also. The main reason why that came up and how it was being rectified, and they were like, "Wow!" And this was saying the thing. I said, "This is what this type of information people need. Information is power. If giving them the right information is the key thing. After giving them the right information, they can still bring more people, and we go out more and cut off those bluff about the scam of this program. We go out more to cut off the bluff on the stuff crashing, and so we tell them how we can go into that, and how because we are the person, we are the people that can uphold this, and what bring it down. So we tell them what we can do to bring it down, and we tell them what we can do to bring it up. So they choose wisely that it will profit them if we bring it up. If we bring it down, they are going to lose. So people will think a lot to the extent that they will want to move it forward. Like in my WhatsApp group now, yesterday, one of the guy was having problem about sending into someone's account. The guy that was switched off, the other one was, the account was wrong. We tried to contact everybody, and a guy in the group there was telling someone to send that MMM has a central account. He sent an account that you send it to him. Thank God the person has an admin. We talk to them every time. That they should talk to admin first before talking to anybody. We had to report, and I was angry about that, so we have to point him out and point every bit of scheme about MMM out to them. Even today, a guy called me from Nairaland. You can even advertise this on Nairaland. He comes from Nairaland. He has issues from South Africa. He stays in South Africa. He has issues with his. He changed his IP or so. So he has PH over 600,000 naira, and he can't change. So I had to talk to guidance, talk to people. So this is what we should promote. How to help each other. If you promote that, I believe me, people will be interested, will be happy. If you happy that there's someone that's going to help them to do this, they'll be like, this is a real system. When they see that as a real system, people will be able to join more, people to continue to uphold the rules. I told the guy the rules he broke, and I put him as support has applied. He has uploaded what support asked him to upload. I should just relax. He will be able to GH. So that's part of the thing I think we can do. Excuse me, to reduce the deficit of that 20%. I'm going to project to the final aspect of the task. I'm going to project the amount of participants we need. I think we have a deficit of minus 20%. We need at least, let's say, 50% to cover the 20% and 30%. And after the post, automatic GA should be done for people that have Marvel left. And we shouldn't leave them. We should continue talking to them on every platform, every offline, online platform. We should continue talking to them. That's the only way I think it can really survive, because most of these guys, they really need to come up. They really need it. They need to work, because I don't know what they're doing. I don't know. I'm just fed up of most of these guys. Thank you. That's all I have to say.
Okay. All right, Prince. Okay, thank you very much for that contribution. With what we all have just said, we all has been saying here, I'm talking about teaching MMM ideology and setting up a seminar. We should be concerned about the new members, bringing in the new members. If we are to teach more about the ideologies of MMM. I think we will be talking about the old member, the old participants who is already in the community, trying to boost their mind, trying to boost their spirits, not to leave MMM, not to not to delay in making contributions, because according to what is in the task here, it says due to lack of fund and delay in payments. Now the older participants seeing that have stopped or maybe has been reluctant to make contributions or attract new members, thinking may hello. Yes. Indicates. Okay, let me call on Kingsley. Kingsley, if you can hear me, please unmute your mic and make a contribution.
Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Good.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you, Kingsley.
Can you hear?
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? Hello.
I can hear you.
Hello.
Please, Samantha, please
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Samantha, please mute your mic,
Hello?
please. Samantha, please mute your mic.
Hey, Bob. Can you hear me?
Samantha.
Hey, Bob.
Please mute your mic. Mute your mic, please, Samantha.
It's on.
Hello, guys. Can we have one flow? Can we have one flow?
Hello.
Can we have one flow? Samantha, 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 Samantha. Your network, you are disturbing the class. Samantha, Samantha, kindly mute your microphone. Can you hear me? Samantha, make sure that you adjust your headset so that you can hear what's being said, because right now we seem to have different flows. Let's have one flow. Let's have one flow.
Maybe it's the network because I'm using a cell phone.
Okay, now I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. I'm saying I think we should preach about MMM ideology, goals, and its benefits. I think everybody should talk about MMM and invite more participants to the community. And MMM will work in a stable way if each participant can invite just one new member every month. And we should train more guiders. Guiders should register at least 10 people a month to maintain a level as a guider. And we should do road shows and place MMM banners, tents on the street to advertise and preach the gospel of Bitcoins to avoid the banks. On that road shows, I think we should have refreshments and gifts with MMM logos should be available for participants. And if we register a new member with the amount above 1,000 Rand, maybe you should give that member a t-shirt or a cap. I think that's the way maybe it can help and to train more members
as guiders, to be guiders. I think that will help. Okay, thanks.
Okay, thank you so
All
much.
right.
Okay, you can take over. You can
Thank you very much. Okay, thank you, Bento. Thank you very much for that contribution, Santa. And Kingsley, if you still have a contribution to make, please mute your mic, Kingsley. Kingsley, if you can still hear me, mute your mic, make a contribution.
Good evening.
Hello, Kingsley. Yeah, right. Kingsley, I think you have a very bad network over there. Kingsley, you can hardly hear you, Kingsley.
Okay.
Makagula, please unmute your mic and make a contribution. Kingsley, we can hear you. Makagula, please unmute your mic and make your contribution. Makagula, if you can hear me, unmute the mic and make a contribution. Okay, Pastor Blessing to you. Pastor Blessing, you can make your contributions now.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you. We can hear you. Yeah, we can hear you.
I want to say something about what internet. I didn't pronounce that name very well. Talk about somebody, people, and someone who PH high and giving a gift. I think that's not a good idea anyway, because from my view, I don't know of any other person, from my view, people have different ways of thinking. If somebody PH high and then you give the person a gift, and the next thing that comes into mind is, are you sure? Are you not sure they are trying to use this gift to hide me? So it can paint a different picture in the mind of the people. But if somebody comes in and before you even PH, you give him the T-shirt, it goes a long way to say, it's a gift that was given to me. Then I PH high, that was why I was given this, that one. Then two, it's the aspect where you came with, you said guiders, every member should be able to get one person a month, and then guiders should be able to get 10 persons a month and all that. I think maybe that should be a target, but I believe as a guider, one of the things we should do, I think this will work better because it's working for me. It's really, really working for me. That's one of my strategy that I use, even though I am not a guider yet, that's what I do. When people come in, I talk to them, they come in. Sometimes I can register them under somebody. Now the reason why I register them under somebody, I tell them you can't be alone in MMM and benefit more. You have to have somebody you are taking care of. You have to be a father to somebody. You have to be a leader to somebody. In that way, you grow faster. That's the way I preach it. Now, I can only give you one, but I'll tell you, you see this one I gave to you, just PH 100,000, and you have gotten 10,000 naira. Just imagine if you have like 5 persons like that. So you have 50,000 naira coming into your pocket when you're not working, just simply because you invite somebody into MMM. And before you know it, the person goes out working because he has seen evidence. It's short as a matter of fact, the truth about it is that people want to work when they see evidence. For example, I had an issue initially becoming a guider. Why did I have that issue? There is this guider of mine.
guider of mine, in quote. And the challenge we had was that anytime you have a challenge, it's not available. She can never be available at all. It became a problem to me. So I now talked to somebody. I said, I don't want to be a guider. Oh, why would I be a guider? It's useless. And then some other person now told me, when you become a guider, that very particular lady does not transfer people that are under you to you. I said, if I am going to be working for that person, then I should stop working and just be getting my 30%. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. Let me just be working and be getting my 30%. So it was another guider that I spoke to. I have an issue. I really have an issue with one of my downliner. I was, you know, he was placed under moratorium. So I became confused because the whole pressure was on me. I have to call one of the guiders I spoke to sometime. And the guy started talking to me. He said to me, he said, Blessing, don't be afraid. In MMM, you don't lose money. No matter, as long as that person has PH. What MMM just want to do is that they want to be sure that the account that money is going to is the right account. Forget about it. You don't have to be afraid. You don't have to be under tension. Now, by the time we finish solving that issue, the guy called me and said, do you know you are working a lot? You should be a guider. I said, me, I don't want to be a guider, please. There is no need. What is being a guider when after you finish doing your guider school, somebody will be there taking all the benefit. Forget about it. So people will want to work. My point is that people will want to work, people will want to labor when you show them the opportunities that are available. Don't forget, we are falling short of, you know, 20%. Just preaching the ideology is not the issue. You started with the ideology. You're having seminars. Teach them the opportunities and what they tend to gain, what they are going to get if they take this step. For example, I know that if I go out talking to 5 persons today and 3 out of the 5 persons, you know, PH, and maybe one PH 50,000 naira, the other person PH 20,000 naira, the other person PH 30,000 naira. At the end of my going out, I am sure that if those people keep PH, I am sure of getting 10,000 naira every month. My dear, I will do the job because I'm going to be getting the benefit. So when we start telling people what they tend to benefit, we'll cover up. It's just very, very simple. We'll cover up. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, okay, for that wonderful contribution. And I think I really concur to your contribution, because I think we need to make the old members feel more comfortable so that we can actually be able to maintain more new members. Because if the old members are to lag behind, we are going to be losing more participants. So I think what we are going to do is work on the old members, make sure that get something good for them, as in make out a plan for the old members so that we can enhance them more, so that they can able to reach out. So I think recruiting more guiders from the old members, picking out more guiders from the old members can help a lot in maintaining and on getting new members, because teaching them, the old members, the ideology can help us get more new members. So I don't think if my contribution is well stated.
Yeah, let me add something. Can I?
Yeah, go ahead. Blessing.
Listen, see, when we want to pick out new members, we should know the kind of people we want to pick. You know, sometimes we are just in haste to pick people into leadership position and they are not willing to work. Sorry to say, I'm not going to call name because it can be traced. So I really don't want to go there. Now, there is somebody who will I say, okay, let me try to cut it. Now, this person became a guider. His number is never available, not even one. He has never been available. If I call him, please, oh, there is this challenge. How do you? He said, well, I don't know about it. Go and Google it. These are people who are just there. The reason why they became guiders is to make money. They are not careful or they are not mindful about what happens to the community. And the truth is, If they continue with such kind of attitude, if everybody continue with such kind of attitude, the community is going to crash and it's going to affect every one of us. So when we want to make guidance, we should be sure of the people we are making guidance. I told those that are my downliners, I said, you know, my next target, 5 persons are going to become guiders from my group. That's what I said. That's what I told them. I've already announced it. And the people that are going to become guiders, nobody knows. I'm going to be working on them. You're going to be picking the people you know they are serious, they are committed. Being a guider is commitment. You have to be committed to it because for me, that's your life. That's where you're making your ends from. That is the reason why you are compensated. So you should pick people who are going to be actively active so that the group that you belong as, you know, that you belong can be very active. For example, we are all in this very particular class now. If we leave this very particular class now and we become guiders, be rest assured, everybody will just go their own way. But it's not supposed to be so. If at all we are really mindful of the community and we want it to grow, what is happening in Lagos is the same thing that is happening in Port Harcourt. It's the same MMM Nigeria. It's the same MMM Africa. It's the same MMM the whole world. If anything happened to anybody, it's the same thing. So as a group like this, we're supposed to like, okay, let's, this badge 112, let's have, you know, a chat group. We can be talking as guiders because you have been upgraded. By the grace of God, you've been upgraded. We can be chatting. If someone get an information, it can pass to the other one. The other one get an information. By so doing, our dialiners will be well informed, and immediately they are well informed. Be rest assured that the community is going to grow. The one in Lagos, Prince Kelly that is in Lagos, if I'm very correct, his own is growing, is the same MMM. I in Port Harcourt is growing. Every other person in different places will grow. We will not have any issue of you know, shortage and so on and so forth. The shortage only come when there are no adequate information and when there are no commitment from the guiders. The issue is not even the participant. The truth about it is that the issue is not the participant. The participant will always be afraid because they don't have the information that we have. So it is our responsibility to pass those information to them, and when the information gets to them very well, you will not need to push anybody to go to work. They will just walk. That is it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Blessing, for that contribution. And I think you made a wonderful point again. If I add to what you have said,
talk about the tax right now per se, but I want to talk to us as you know, students who are, you know, going through this training right now. You know, the truth about it is one person can make the difference. One person can make the difference. I actually belong to a group. I won't call the name of the group. When I started MMM, I belonged to a group. You know, we're on this chat group, and they were going on and on and on and on and on. At a time, they said everybody should migrate to Telegram. So I said migrate to Telegram. I was like, okay, please add me to the Telegram. They said because I am not among, that is, I am not among the people that have that Telegram. Since I am not their downline, I can't belong to the Telegram. So I was like, am I not a member of the community? What's the difference between those people and this and myself? It became a challenge. I was so angry. That was what made me to set up my WhatsApp group. I was like, so, but the challenge now is, how do I get my information? They are more informed than myself. So how do I get my information? The information they used to post on the WhatsApp group, they don't post it anymore. They post it on their Telegram. So how do we now work? Now, my point is this. My point is this. We who are in this batch 112. Let's have this mentality. Let's grow this community. We can actually make a difference. For example, if all of us who are part of this community right now have this mentality of let's grow this mentality, let's grow the community, not to make money, not just making money. I believe that it is in growing the community that we make the money. So if we can have this mentality of let's grow the community, it can actually start from us. We can actually make the difference. Then we ourselves, we start working on the people we want to grow. You see, any information you put into somebody sticks, and that is what the person will work with. The information you know, I had Prince Kelly talking some days, some time before this, the other time we wanted to have, we were having this conversation. Prince Kelly was saying something that there are some people who leave their GH for like 40 days and so on and so forth, and it's not good for the community. And that what he does is that he tells them immediately it is 30 days and above, your something will start diminishing. That put fear into them. That is what I do too. The reason why I do that, I know it's not true, but the reason why I do that is so that every one of us can grow. If this one hold his own, withhold his own, and this one A withhold his own, B withhold his own, definitely the community will start going down. People will no longer have the opportunity to PH and to GH because we are all holding and waiting for something to keep expanding. So we should create an information as we that are here now, because we can't, you know, influence everybody. We who are here now, we can start with ourselves, then start passing this information to our downlines. And then if you who is in South Africa have an information that you know is useful to the community, you can send it around. We can spread it around ourselves by that alone. And then when you spread that information around ourselves, we on our own, we now spread it to our downliners, and during the seminar, we now explain to them what these informations are, because they don't have the informations that we have. When we have finished explaining to them, you will discover that we'll have a smooth run. We won't be having the challenge of, you know, somebody is PHing, the other one is not PHing, we are dropping by 20% and so on and so forth. So thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, Pastor Blessing. Thank you very much for that contribution. I don't know if any other person apart from Prince Kelly, Pastor Blessing, if any other person can hear me, please indicate, because it seems no one else is here with us. Okay, please, if any other person can hear what we have been discussing, please indicate, apart from Pastor Blessing and Prince Kelly. Please indicate. Okay, Njabulu, all right. Okay. 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 All right. Okay. Ito Udosen, you can make a contribution. Unmute your mic and make a contribution. Ito Udosen. Okay.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. Go ahead, Ito. I can hear you.
Okay. I think I just want to make an excuse. I don't know if it will be accepted in the community. I had a problem. My problem was I was in the hospital, so I couldn't really do most of the tasks. So now I came back like yesterday. So today I was trying to, I asked in the WhatsApp and the Skype group if people can help me with the link so I can submit the task, and if there's any other task. And even the group, I was even asking the group because I didn't see anything. I don't know how the group. If there's a group I can attach myself with, so I can also graduate with the people, or do I need to wait for the next part? But I did submit the test, and I think I remember I passed the test. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, we can.
I think the mentors
take another of that.
What do you say?
Did you submit all your tasks?
Yeah, I did submit and I passed. But this other task I didn't submit, evolution. And I was asking for the link, I didn't see the link. But I passed, I submitted some of the tasks, and I passed. The one I submitted, I did pass.
When we are done with this class today, we will provide you the link on where you can resubmit your tax. The link that was provided. If you go back to the Skype, you can scroll up. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
When we are done with this presentation for today, or if you go back to the Skype chat, the group, just scroll a little bit up. There's a link there provided, I think in the afternoon, where you can resubmit your tax, so that we can go on with this. There's a link that was provided. Can we chat about this after this presentation, this tax, so that we don't spend much time? I will give you the link on Skype, so you can use that, so we can move on.
Hello, Itoho. Please mute your mic now. Itoho Udosen, please kindly mute your mic now. Thank you very much. Okay, let me call on James. You have any contribution to make, you can kindly unmute your mic now. Jameson, if you have anything to say, you can unmute your mic now.
Okay, I just want to say they practically said everything that I thought about, but since you said it looks like there was nobody around, I think just as Pastor said, Pastor Blessing, about the 40%, I think when people tend to see, for the guardian, I also have personal experience. There are some guardian you call, and it looks like they are not even ready. It looks like they don't even know what this whole thing is all about. It's more than the money. Most of us, even without being a guardian, are already guardian in our own way.
Hello, Jameson, can you hear me? Hello, Jameson.
I can hear you.
All right. Like it's snappy. We have just 5 minutes to the end of this task.
I'm okay. You could just go on and summarize everything. You could just do the summary of everything you said.
All right. Thank you very much. What we have been saying here, I think all we need to do is work on the old members that we already have, and try and recruit more guiders, so we're able to meet up in having more new members in the community. We try to educate the old members very well, and choose carefully the guiders to help us in this task to get more new members. With all I have been saying, I think I would draw my conclusion here. So I'll call on the mentor to now bring up the next task. Thank you very much. I'm calling on the mentor.
Yes, just...
Hello, I want to call on the mentors.
Yes, could I? Yes, could I? I think the team is, please.
Hello. If
you can hear me.
Hi, Nyama. Hi, guys.
Hello, Rishana?
Yes,
Mentor Rishana?
Nyama. Yes,
Do you have
can
task
you hear
number
me?
6 with you? Yes, I can hear
Yes,
you. Do you have task number 6? It can be posted? I think Kudzai is having some
I'm gonna
network
do that
problems.
right away. Okay, will do.
Thank you.
Just bear with me.
Guys, can you hear me? Anyone?
Yes. Yes, Kudzai, we can hear you.
Yes, Kudzai, we can hear you.
Okay, I've already posted task number 6 on the GoToMeeting as well as on the Skype chat.
I posted task number 6.
Thank you.
Chucks, you can.
All right, thank you very much, mentors. Quickly move to the task number 6. And task number 6 says, hello, if anyone can hear me, please let me, this indicates, if you can hear me, kindly indicate so I can go ahead with the task number 6. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Please, thank you very much, please. The tax number says during this month delay in payments. Tax number 6 says during this month delay in payments increased to 7 days. During this month's delay in payments, during this month delay in payment increased to 7 days. Referral activities almost reduced to 0. The old members do not attract anyone and do not make contributions to. In view of this situation, a pause mode is implemented in which all the old Mavros are frozen and will be available for withdrawal when the situation will right itself. Now, contributions grow as per old condition, in brackets, are not frozen and available as usual. Make your plan of actions for another month. With resources, contributions, and members. Sorry, let me quickly read out this task number 6 again. The task number 6 says, during this month delay in payment, payments increased to 7 days. Referral activities almost reduced to 0. The old members do not attract anyone and do not make contributions to. In view of this situation, a pause mode is implemented in which all the old Mavros are frozen and will be available for withdrawal when the situation will right itself. New contributions grow as per old conditions, and in bracket it says are not frozen and available as usual. So make your plans of action for another month, and in bracket we have resources, contribution, members, etc. So please, if you understand what I have just read out, I would like you to indicate by writing your name on the chat box so I can call you for contributions. If you understand what I've just read, the tax number 6 I've just read out, please indicate so I can call you for contributions. If you can hear me, please indicate by writing down your name on the chat box so I can call you for contributions. Thank you very much. If you don't understand what I have just read out, please indicate also so I can read it out again. Okay, Prince Kelly, you can kindly unmute your mic and make your contribution.
Okay, guys, your time starts now.
Prince Kelly? Unmute your mic and make a contribution.
Okay, I can hear you.
I can hear you. Can I continue? Now, task 6. After much debated effort on tax 5, delay in a month. In this month, there's delay of payments increased to 7 days. The fire bonus back to 0. Old members do not attract people, and post mode was implemented, frozen. But contributions were going in normally, and we need a plan for that new month. Now, this is what I think we should do. As part of this answer comes from tax 5 also. That means we've not done enough from our task 5. That's why referral activities has become low. We've not talked to our participants, the benefits and what they're going to gain if they bring in participants. They're not, maybe most of them are not happy with the system. If they're happy with the system, they can bring in people. Because they bring in people, they'll make people smile. They too, they will smile. So that's part of the reason. That's part of the tools I think we can still implement in this task 6 to help us to increase that referral activity. Now, after that being said, we're going to move on to what we're going to do. We continue we continue to talk to our bloggers as friends, our friends are bloggers. Also, the popular bloggers, they can help us to talk to people on our site, what it stands for, and why this postmode has been implemented. That is one of the main things we need to talk about to the people, the old participant and the new one, because the new ones would have heard about the postmode. They would have heard it in the wrong way, that's crashed, that's gone, that's burnt down, something like that. So we need to give them the right information, why this has happened, and the things they need to do so that this won't happen again. And we guiders have that work to do. We have that work to do as guider. We don't have time to just relax. We have that task to do to make sure we continue intensify our effort on WhatsApp, on all offline and online presentation, and we continue our religious patronage. We patronize the religious sectors also. The more we show them the proofs of how this is changing life. We upload videos. We upload videos for them how it's changing life, and also I do that. And if we help people, like some people they can't really walk through the site properly, I upload videos on my YouTube channel how they can PH, how they can GH, how they can register, and so on and so forth. We should also do that so that we can ease the stress from the old participant to bring in new participants. So if they have that, they can bring in new participants, and they give them the right. Excuse me, please. You give them the right the right mentality of why they should come into the system, and they should not do the wrong thing in this system. And you give them the rules, because some people are breaking the rules, uploading fake POP of payment, which is very, 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 very terrible. And I think the leaders have to deliberate on that also. You talk to the organizer how that fake POP can be resolved very, very early. People that do that, you will be blocked permanently. It's not healthy for the system. If they are blocked permanently, people will desist from doing such. If you don't have enough to PH, all the thousand PH, you can PH lesser than that. It was said in the first place, PH what you have extra, not your lifesaver, what you don't have. So if you do that, I believe that we've tackled this this taxes issue, and this will bring in more participants. The old ones too, they'll be more aligned. They'll have more vigor to fight for more participants, and if we are getting more participants, and Marvels, the Marvels are being paid, the GH, everything will become unfrozen again. Money will be available to people, will be able to match people for PH or for GH, sorry.
So I think the system moves slowly through that, and everything still lies on us, the guiders, the organizers, we that are going to talking to people, because we are seen as the head, and we are supposed to continue as the head. If we the head are doing it, we show them what they're doing, and we show them we are doing it right. I believe we have little or no issue, no negativity on our community. Please, thank you. That's all I have to say on that for now.
Hello, thank you very much, Prince Kelly. Thank you for that contribution. And let me quickly call on Pastor Blessing. You can unmute your mic and make your contribution. Pastor Blessing, if you can hear me, unmute your mic.
Yes. Yes. Thank you very much. Pause mode. I think the first time I had anything like pause mode was in the guider school. And when I finished the class that day, I went back and called a few of my downliners and I told them MMM cannot close. And it was true, because I think a lot sometimes. I brainstorm over things. Before I came into MMM, I took my time to brainstorm about it. And one of the major things that really brought me into MMM was the fact that there was no central account. So the next thing I started thinking about is, when MMM closes, what happens? So when I joined the guider school, for the first time, I came to hear that there is something called pause mode. Pause mode is a period where there is a very serious challenge, and they want to stabilize the challenge. Now, so that we will not run aground, they put everybody on a standstill so that the guiders or the leaders can go to work and stabilize. I had an issue of one of my downliner who PhD'd, and I checked his Mavro because he works in a company, he doesn't really have the time. So I checked his Mavro and I discovered the Mavro wasn't growing. I checked the first week, it wasn't growing. The second week, it wasn't growing. So I wrote to support. What's happening? This thing is not growing. That was before I joined the guider school anyway. So they now wrote to me that because of the situation in South Africa, so thing has been placed on hold like this. So many explanations that I can't really go into now. That after that very particular period of time, you know, something will be released. Meanwhile, my downliner had checked it before. The first week, it didn't grow. The second week, it didn't grow. So he called me and said, Pastor, that thing is not growing. Oh. Are you sure MMM is still functioning? So that was what put me under the pressure to write. So when I wrote, they replied me like that. I now called him. I said, boy, don't be afraid. I said, there is a situation. I never knew there was a situation in South Africa because no information was coming from anywhere. So they said, I told them, I said, there is a situation in South Africa, and because of this situation, they are putting everybody on a standstill. I called it standstill then. You know, they are trying to stabilize everything. And what they said to me was that if they stabilize everything, they will release all Mavro, and all Mavro will start growing again. In short, as a matter of fact, they said they were going to credit everybody from 20 to 100%. I said, you're going to get 20 to 100%, so why bother? Now, let me come from this angle. If you know that you are very hungry, for example, very, very hungry, and then you discover that there is food on the fire, just that it's not ready yet, you will be patient to wait. The reason why people will run away from MMM is, I still state, is lack of adequate information. Lack of adequate information. If there is going to be a pause mode and we want to arrest the situation, the first thing is that the information should go first to the guiders. Let there be a massive seminar. If Lagos is holding, all the guiders in Lagos are holding seminar, all their downliners are there, it's on chat group and so on and so forth. There is a situation, we need to calm the situation down. There is a situation, we need to calm it down. And then you begin to explain to them, this Mavro will not grow. Some of them, they don't even understand what you're saying when you say pause mode. This Mavro will not grow between now and so time. There is a little challenge. We are going to sort it. This is how we're going to do it. This is how we're going to do it. By the time you finish explaining to them, they will be so confident to wait for another 1 month, another 2 months. so confident as long as the information came before the time. Because you can't tell me that you want to put a system on a pause mode and the people, you know, you want to put a system on a pause mode and you are not aware, you just put it on a pause mode suddenly. No. If you want to put a system on a pause mode like that, definitely you know there is a challenge and you need to solve this challenge. And for you to solve this challenge, you have looked everywhere and you discover that there is no other way. And the only alternative now is to put everybody on a pause mode. Now, the next thing you have to do is every guider should get the information. We are going on a pause mode for so reason, so reason. If a guider does not do his job, we will withdraw your guidership. If a guider doesn't do his job, you know, a lot of us think, a lot of the guiders think that already I am a guider and anything that happens, it's, we'll withdraw your guidership, we'll withdraw it from you, and then you'll be ordinary participant, you're not qualified. The reason why you're a guider is so that you can guide people. That's the name, a guide, guide people. Now, if you're not guiding people and you're getting the money, it means that you're not doing your job. You withdraw the guider from that person. And how do you do that? How do you know a guider that is working? Check the downliner, those that are under him. If you check the downliners and they are not doing well, you know that this person is, call the person to order. You understand what I'm saying? The higher leader should call that guider to order and then find out what the person is doing. That is what we call follow-up. If follow-up is not done, everybody will go to sleep. Because in short, as a matter of fact, if I know that as I'm, you know, if I'm upgraded today, I say, well, I am upgraded now. I am now a guider. I now go and sleep because the money is going to come. I will go and sleep, knowing fully well that the reason why I'm giving that guidership is to go and, you know, represent MMM positively. Now, the community I represent is having a little challenge. And I am going on pause mode, and then my downliners doesn't even know anything like pause mode. Let me give you an example. There was one friend of mine, he's also a pastor. I went to Warri recently and we started talking. In the process of talking, he now said, you this MMM is scam, MMM is this, MMM is that, MMM is that. Kept quiet, I was listening to him. Now, the couples that really wanted to register, two couples, they really wanted to register, they were quiet, they were listening, and they talked. He now said, he now asked me, do you know about the history of MMM? I said, talk, you know? He said, yes. As now brought out his phone, he started reading and reading and reading and reading. By the time he finished reading, he said, this is Wikipedia, what you call, this is, if you want to get adequate information you get from Wikipedia, I kept quiet. By the time he finished all the talk, my friends who wanted to register, they were discouraged, they were confused. He now crammed it up with, you know, the situation that happened is it Zimbabwe or whatever that happened recently. They said MMM there is crashed down, it's closed. When he finished, I asked him only one simple question. I said, Pastor Mark, I'm so surprised that you know MMM like this. I said, let me ask you a question. Do you know anything about pause mode? He said, what is pause mode? I said, so you don't know anything about pause mode? He said, no, there is nothing like pause mode. I'm not seeing anything like pause mode here. I said, okay, if you're not seeing anything like pause mode here, then I will tell you I'm a student of the guider school and I understand what MMM does. That thing that you just read about Zimbabwe, I don't know much about it now because I've not gotten any information, but I can guarantee you, if there is a heavy challenge in Zimbabwe, I can guarantee you they are only on pause mode because they want to rectify issue. MMM cannot close anywhere. It cannot. That word alone shut him off, and then the people that wanted to register began to listen to me. I allowed him to talk, but there was something I know he didn't know. The same thing applies to our downliners. They have information. They don't have all the information we have. Our responsibility is to pass the information to them. If there's going to be a pause mode is going to generate tension, heavy tension. Some are going to think their money is lost. Some are even going to be the one to start spreading it. Your downliners will start spreading it. But if you give them the information well, like I was giving in the guidance school, and I could stand before anybody, the same way they will be able to stand before anybody. So with that, we'll be able to control the tension, number one, whereby the people will still have the confidence to PH even after that time. Now, don't forget, the old Mavros are frozen. New ones are running normal. The old people will no longer PH that time. If new Mavros are growing and the old Mavros are frozen, the old people will be under tension. You say, now my money, now they want to pay the other people. It's my money they want to use to pay the other people. But if they have this understanding that we have, my dear, you will be rest assured that even in that pause mode, the system will still run normal. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
All right. Thank you, Pastor Blessing. It's not bye-bye yet. Thank you for that wonderful contribution. I'll call on Priscilla to quickly unmute your mic and make a contribution. Priscilla, if you can hear me. Priscilla Matam Banandazo, if you can hear me, please unmute your mic.
Yes, I can hear you. I just wanted to say that I'm going to try and just summarize it. I think in view of the situation as the pause mode is implemented, in which all the old Mavros are frozen and will be available for withdrawal when the situation will get right itself. Participants will need to avoid panic. That's the first thing that they need to do. They need to rebuild trust by showing past experiences of the business, maybe past testimonials or any videos of any success stories. And then maybe we can also educate members on what pause mode is. Because a lot of people think that pause mode means that the system has crashed and they've lost everything. And whatever it is that was in the system will not come back. Yet it is a pause. A pause means it's just a stop for that time. It will resume. And then we also need to look at complete transparency of MMM. And maybe the basic principle of these actions is that the participant is awarded with the fixed bonus on the contributions that he makes. So participants do not have to wait passively. They need to regularly provide assistance and request for getting help. It means instead of just maybe putting a huge chunk and waiting for long, it's better to put small amounts at, to deposit small amounts at greater intervals, I think. And then also we look at maybe 20% bonus can be added to the amount of assistance the participant provides. That means if you donate $2,000, you'll be able to withdraw $2,400. And then also being able to make a contribution in the amount from a particular amount to a particular amount, changing it like I've already said. Mavro will not grow, reflected as Mavro 0% in a PO, but they will be frozen. It will be blue, say just for 72 hours after PH request has been made, not for a longer time than that. And then you can also make a contribution by having a table action, maybe just once only. And also maybe looking at that any participant can make contributions under the Mavro mining. The number of times is unlimited. The only condition is that you have to wait 7 days for a Mavro in mining to be unfrozen before providing assistance under this action again. It's also just a way of trying and keeping more funds in the system because there is a 7-day waiting period. And then Mavro acquired in these two actions is credited with referral and managers bonuses, but bonuses are rewarded only for new money. Say if you deposited $500 first and then you deposit $500 again, you will not get any bonus because you've deposited the same amount. There has to be new money. So if you deposit 500 first, then maybe you deposit 600. You then get bonus for the $100 because that's the new money that you've put in. And then bonuses for a video in a letter of happiness applies for these actions as well. In addition, maybe we can have 20% for table and 15% for Mavro mining. The participant can still get 5% for the video in which he shows his face and 3% for a video in which the face is not visible when they just decide to use their voices because they don't want people to see them. MMM table and Mavro mining actions will work for only a stipulated period of time. The administration will collect and analyze the statistics during the period and will make changes or stop mining according to dynamics. Maybe here they'll need to use supply and demand and just to monitor it closely.
Priscilla?
Yes.
Priscilla? Thank you very much. The 25 minutes time for task 6 is up. We need to move on now to the last task, which is task 7.
Perfect. Thank you.
So you can hold those thoughts for further discussion into your Skype group. Rishana, over to you.
Yes, Nyama. Hi guys. Okay, time up for tasks. Okay, thank you guys. Okay guys, I'm posting task 7 on the chat. This is the last task for the evening. So once it's done, we'll just discuss before we close, but I've just posted it now. You can have a look at it and deliberate amongst yourselves, and if you can get someone to read it out. Thanks guys.
All right. Thank you, mentors. If anyone can hear me, please kindly indicate so I can go ahead reading out the task 7. If you can hear me, please put on a plus sign on the chat first so I can move ahead. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that positive reply. The task 7. Thank you. Thank you, please. All right. Thank you. Thank you. The task 7 says, despite your efforts have been insufficient to reverse, it said, despite your efforts have been insufficient to reverse the situation, a restart took place. All the old Mavros are removed. We started to work from the beginning. Sorry, let me start afresh, please. It says, despite your efforts has been insufficient to reverse the situation, a restart took place. All the old Mavros are removed. We start to work from the beginning. Serious negative impacts of the members and unfavorable response. 1 or 2 negative articles in the mass media. And you have to make a fresh start in such condition. A plan of action under this condition for a month. So to analyze the task 7, it's required of us to know that due to insufficient efforts to reverse the situation in the previous task, a restart took place, and all the old Mavros were removed, and we started to work from the beginning again, and it has created serious negative impact on the members and unfavorable response, and we are now having 1 or 2 negative articles in the mass media. So we have to make a fresh restart in this situation, and we have to have a plan of action under specific conditions for a month. So we have 40 minutes to deliberate on this issue. So contributors
guys,
should please indicate.
Now.
Okay, please Kelly, you can contribute. Please Kelly, unmute your mic and make a contribution. Okay, thank you very much.
This tax is nice and still very, very delicate. Now we'll just start with what caused this restart. That's the main question, the main information, the main question and the main information we have to pass out first to old and prospective participants. And me, I would like to be, I'm always blunt. I'll start with this guiders. They refuse to PH. They are only after GH of their referral bonus. And if the system, I think recently the system has been put in place where the guiders afterwards always PH their referral bonus. That's a good step. That's a good step which should have been done since. But at least it's better late than never. Now we should also look at participants also. they don't PH and GH regularly. Someone was boasting of like 2 days ago was boasting of having a Marvel of over 2 months old. What type of human being is that? It should have been signed on a long time ago. That rule of 35 days plus or minus 35 days should be strictly monitored. If it's being strictly monitored, the system will grow better. Participants who don't even show interest in referral stuff, they should just, if they don't even want the bonus, they should just help build the community. If we talk to them about what that impact of them bringing people into the community will affect the community positively, I think they will do it. Even if they don't want to do it for referral, there are many people that don't even want to do it for referral. They are satisfied with their own 30% Marvel growth. Sure, you just have to tell them the importance of that. You should have your referrals under you. You shouldn't be the only one enjoying or benefiting from this platform. Now, participants providing help and delay in getting help. That delay in getting help should be sought out, should be looked up after, should be looked at strictly. Suppose you answer immediately, at least less than 24 hours, because people start panicking. We don't hear anything from support, and guiders who have this, guiders who are involved in this, they should be able to talk to people. They should be able to talk to people how to get stuff done and how to do stuff. Sorry for that break. So the guiders also just have to talk to the participants. The effects of not GHing on time and PHing on time. So that's all I have to say for this task. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, Ms. Kelly. And let me quickly call on Pastor Blessing. So you can unmute the mic and make a contribution. Pastor Blessing, if you can hear me, can you unmute your mic and make a contribution? Thank you.
Can you hear me? Can the house hear me? When you talk about restart mode, it means that people have lost their money. The money they PH. You know, at this point, some persons have PH and their money is still in their pocket. While some persons have already provided help and their money is already in the system waiting to GH. So all this put together, the people who have PH and their money is in their pocket will be thanking God that after all, I have not given out my money and money is still here. Those people who have not giving up their money, they are going to be happy and doubt the system. The people who have released their money, they are going to be angry and doubt the system. So we have two sets of people to deal with here. One, the set of people who are angry and doubting the system. The second is the set of people who are happy and doubt the system. Now, one thing is common with the both of them, and that is doubt. Whether angry or not angry, the doubt is the issue. And they are going to be the one to begin to spread the information of this thing is not working. We said it before. You know, I wish I had your own that time. I wouldn't have joined. You know, look at what has happened to me. And some will be saying, thank God I have not given out my money. You know, I told a young man, a friend of mine, to come and join MMM, and he said to me, he said, you know, Pastor B, you know, I like you. But you know, this kind of thing, you just do it once. After like 4 or 5 months, you withdraw completely, just withdraw. Say because it will crash. I started laughing. It's more than 5 months now. He called me recently, say, it's like I'm going to join that team. I said, by now you should have withdrawn now. He started laughing. Now, it is because of the experience he has had from the beginning. Now, if you want to tackle this kind of case, I think you have two major people to deal with. The one that is angry and the one who is happy, but both of them are doubting. So how do you go about it? First of all, you make them know they are the cause. You understand what I'm saying? The first thing is you have to make them know they are the cause. MMM is not a bank. MMM is not a government whatever. MMM is not. MMM is just a platform that coordinates the receiver and the giver. That's what we are. They know that it is a community. If it crashes, it means that you are among those people that crash it. I am among those who crash it. So, and one thing that is going to be very, very, very common that time is this. If a restart happens, everybody will want to know why it happens, which means your seminar is going to be full. Everybody is going to be waiting. Let me go and hear what they are going to say. They want to give excuses now. Now, you go there, you don't just say, you know, MMM is going to restart again. They will steal you. Why? Because they have seen it crash. The first thing you first of all start from is, you first of all start from ourselves. MMM is we. Where is MMM? MMM is you and I. If you fail and I fail, that is when MMM can fail. The reason why this happened is because somebody somewhere refused to GH when he's supposed to GH. Somebody somewhere is busy receiving only referral bonus. Somebody somewhere is busy, you know, pledging and is not increasing his pledge. So by this, you can't be removing from somewhere and removing and removing, and you are not adding, then you expect that thing to grow. It will grow. So who crashed MMM? They will now tell you it is we. By the time they now tell you it's we, then you now have to come up with a new plan. So what do we do? The MMM platform, we have to come up with a structure that will tackle the previous happenings. Because whether you like it or not, the guiders are going to be working based on each other. As a matter of fact, it's not the guiders that are controlling the platform. Like Prince Kelly just said, that some people have, you know, Mavros in their Mavro. They have, you know, GH that they are supposed to GH for 2 months. That is not the problem of a guider. A guider will not begin, a guider who have 1,000 persons, will you begin to go and check all the Mavros of everybody? You will die before your time. That is the system. It is the system that was later. If the system comes up today and say, look, nobody should, you know, no Mavro should stay beyond 35 days. That 35 days is 35 days. What is 35 days back up, and what you have there is $4,000. Then by the next day morning, you check your Mavro. Instead of $4,000, you see 38,000. The other day you see this thing, nobody will tell you to remove it. You will start crying. Why the person is crying? You will cry to his guider or his referrer. He said, my money is shorting. Somebody is stealing my money. He said, how many days is it? It's 35 days and it's going above 35 days. Before you know, it's gone back to $1. Next time, that person will not do that. That is not the problem of a guider. Neither is it a problem of a referrer. It's a problem of the system. The system have to be placed in a way that it will be able to function like that. What the guiders does is that the guiders pass information. That's what the guider does. So if there is a restart, it means that the system has a fault. And where is the fault? It is because we were able to take advantage of the little loopholes that are in the system. And if we are going to correct that, we should first of all correct it from the system. Why the information comes from the guider to the people. Now when the information comes from the guider to the people, they will now say, so this was what we did that crashed. They say, okay, let's start again. They will now have confidence to say, since they have set this one up, there is now a structure like this, which the guider will now pass across to them, because the system is not going to pass out those information. The guider will now pass across those information to them. These have been put in place, these have been put in place, these have been put in place to make sure this thing doesn't repeat again. No matter how worst it is, at least with that, only those who are illiterate, stark illiterate, will now run away. But those who knows what it means to improve, they will tell you, with this, I think there is a better light. And you'll be able to get back, at least for the first time, you'll be able to get 60 to 70% persons back into the system. But the truth about it is that it's going to cause heavy panic. I think I will stop here for now. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Pastor Blessing, for that contribution. I'll click on Jameson. Jameson, can you unmute your mic and make your contribution? Jameson, if you can hear me, please unmute your mic and make your contribution, please.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Jameson. I can hear
you. Yeah, basically what I want to add would be that for a restart mode to be in place, there have to be a meeting between the guidance, because for now we notice that most guidance are just interested in what they want to get. We need to freeze all the marbles that have been accumulated in the past. That way, when they restart mode, I think that also happens, if I'm right, in South Africa, where your marbles stop growing and during those periods, so that there's more fun to go around. We need to also look at multiple accounts, because now, because of greed, there are so many multiple accounts. All those need to be checked. All those need to be checked. That will prevent people from GHing more than what they're supposed to do. And they have to be, you probably need to create a minimum and a maximum pH limit. Well, someone will come in and throw 10 million naira, having multiple accounts, throwing 10 million naira into 10 million accounts, meaning that the system will really suffer. So we need to create a minimum and we need to create a maximum pH, the limit. Bonuses for the guidance needs to be reduced because of the restart mode. Bonuses need to be reduced because if not that, if bonuses are not reduced, it will definitely affect the restart mode. So if guidance bonuses are reduced, that would at least add more fun into the restart, into the restart mode, so there will be fun available to go around. And the level of GHing and pH also needs to be looked into. If possible, the amount of GH in a day should be reduced. Unlike in the past, where if you have 20, if 100 people are to GH in a day, we may need to reduce it so that we have more fun to play around with when the restart mode is set into action. That's basically what I want to say for now.
Thank you very much, Jameson. Thank you very much, Jameson. Thank you all for this wonderful contribution. I believe many of us, I don't know if any of us still have any contribution to make based on this task. I think it's a very crucial task which requires a very deep understanding on how to solve this situation. It's a very serious situation, and we need to seriously work on it to see how we can make a fresh start and build up MMM community again in the country, Nigeria. So if I may add, according to what Jameson talked, I think to make a fresh start, we all, the guiders and the leaders, will come together in a meeting to discuss about the current situation at hand and fight a way through to make a fresh start. Because I believe that in every situation there is always a fresh start. We need more. We need to make more plans than. We need to make more plans available than the old plans we already have. Talking about presentations and trying to convince these people. It's something they already know. It's a kind of a trick they already know that we use. So we need to figure out a new way to convince them. We need to figure out a new way to tell them that nothing is nothing is happening. It's just a little glitch around within the community. So I don't know if any of us have something authentic to a point to make, to try to, so we can know actually what we need to do, what we're going to do in this situation to change things, to turn things around for good, to make things start working normal again perfectly. Because it's going to be a very tedious work trying to gain the audience of the old participants back with the new ones. Okay, Priscilla, you can unmute your mic and make your contributions. Yeah.
Okay, I can hear you. Okay, I think that experience is the best teacher. So for me, in this case, what would need to happen is that we'll need to consult maybe leaders in countries where this has happened before and maybe learn how they manage the situation. In this case, I know that we've had a pause mode in South Africa, and there's recently been a pause mode in Zimbabwe, I think. I stand to be corrected about the Zimbabwe, but I definitely know about South Africa. Obviously, people in those countries have been through it, know it, understand it, and obviously, like I said, experience would be the best teacher. And then maybe would look at mapping out a strategy on
Priscilla, sorry, we can't hear you again. Hello, Priscilla. Hello. Okay, Priscilla is now offline. So as I was saying, we need to tackle on this matter. We need to take it seriously because we pounding around this issue won't solve it. We need to have a point. Actually, what we need to do, we need to find a means of convincing these old people, that these participants, that things are turning around for good. So let us try with the little time we have to see if we can find a particular solution, at least one solution to this problem, please. So if anybody has any idea whatsoever on how to resolve this issue without using old tricks anymore, because trying to use the old tricks is would be very, very difficult to convince these people. In my own little understanding, I would say we need to, on our own, the guiders, the leaders will start first, will be an example. We'll start living an exemplary life to show actually that things are turning around for good, because we need to do something extraordinary. We need to put in more efforts in this situation. We need to sacrifice. Actually, we need to sacrifice a lot to bring back this community alive. So the guiders, the leaders, the most important, have a very important role to play in this situation, and that is why in our previous talks we should be very careful in picking leaders and guiders, so that at a time like this, when we come together to tackle issues, we will be able to yield a positive result. So I think we guiders who actually has direct contact with the administrators should be able to sacrifice. We should be able to do a lot of work in this situation because to try and get back our participants. Okay, Pastor Blessing, you can go ahead and make your contribution. Pastor Blessing, go ahead and make a contribution. Hello, Pastor Blessing, you can hear me. Please go ahead and make a contribution, or I will call on Priscilla to continue.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay, very much. A friend of mine told me something some time ago, and that thing has stick. He said, there is no second chance for first opportunity. When you blow it up the first time, then be rest assured you have to put in more work. Now, the truth about it is, there are ways you approach people and you make them feel right when they have done wrong. And there is a way you approach people, they will take responsibility for their wrong. I talk to a lot of people every day. When you tend to make people feel they are right when they are wrong, they tend to be at a defensive side. Now, when there is a restart mood, like I said, it's not a palatable experience. It's not something that people want to see. It's not something that they like. But whether they like it or not, it has happened, it has happened. So the first thing we have to do is to define why it happened. And if you look at what we have been talking about from the first tax, some refuse to PH, some refuse to GH, some refuse to do all that. That is not basically the guiders. The guiders' job is that where the guiders has their fault is that, number one, they are not passing out the right information. Listen, when we're talking about the guiders, we said the guiders don't pass out the right information, and that they should find a way to withdraw anybody's guidership that is not doing his job. That's one. Number two, if I attend a guider school, for example, and I have 50 persons under me, and I go to my guider and tell my guider I have graduated and I have been upgraded to the guider, please bring the 50 persons under me to me, and he refuses, I will go to sleep. I'm sorry about it, but that is the truth. I will go to sleep and just wait, because that guy is not ready to give me what belongs to me. That's a guider's fault. But it is not the guider's fault that a participant didn't PH or GH. It is not the guider's fault that the participant that didn't PH or GH was not tracked. It is not the guider's fault. All right? Now, we are not going to say that the system is faulty. Why? Because our primary responsibilities as guiders is to defend our community. We cannot allow it. I met somebody some time ago, he said, there are some political secrets. Can you keep political secret? I told him, I said, well, I don't know for now. Depends on the kind of secret. Which means, whether you like it or not, in every community, even in MMM, there are secrets that you that is in the guidance school now, you may not have until you become a leader or you become a mentor by the grace of God. So now if you have those information, it is because you have been trusted. The reason why you are able to be talking like this now is because you have been trusted and tested, that you have stayed for a period of time and you have shown yourself committed to MMM. And we're like, okay, the community is like, okay, since you've shown yourself committed to the system, okay, let's upgrade you so that we can be giving you some bonus for those jobs that you have been doing before and nobody is recognizing you. Now, your primary responsibility is to defend that before anybody. Doesn't matter who, whether your mother, whether your father, whether your brother, you must defend the community. That is why You are a guider. Now, you're not going to point out those faults. Now, the first thing you should start doing is first, you will look at the people at the eye and tell them it is your fault, whether they like it or not. The person who has GH and he has provided the help and he didn't get his help back before the restart mode, you tell the person you're faulty too. If you are not faulty, I am not faulty, Brother James is not faulty, so who is faulty? What happened to the system now? Because it is not you and I that is controlling the system. It is what you do that controls the system. The only thing that MMM does is that its activities. So if MMM, for example, discover that everybody in the system is faulty, they say, okay, hey, this is not our ideology, this is not our plan, this is not the kind of community we want. We want a better thing. Hey, let everybody start again. Let's start from the beginning. Please, this is what we want. Is that a crime? Would you want you have this one duping this one duping this one? I talked to somebody some days back. We were discussing about MMM, and he said something. So I told him, I said, you can't try that in my community. The security is too tight for that. He said, how can you trust me? I said, hey, go and try. Nobody will tell you. You'll be able to come and tell me again that the security here, you really mean what you say. That thing alone put fear in his heart, that he has to checkmate his activities to make sure that he's doing the right thing. So we as leaders, we have to make the people understand this is the reason why there is a restart mode. And the reason for the restart mode is so that we can have a better community. We're praying that this lasts forever. Somebody said, no, but nothing lasts forever, but we pray that MMM lasts forever. Now, if we are going to last forever, it means that we have to work so that we get a path to provide help and get help whenever necessary. Now, if there is any challenge, that should be tackled. Now, the system, as in the system in general, will have certain things to amend. We as guiders, we have our own part to amend. Then the participants have their part to amend. Now, listen, before there is a restart mode, the system, that is MMM community, those in the support and so on and so forth, they must have discovered that there is an error. That is the reason why they are restarting. So they themselves, they will correct their own. But they are not going to be the one to come and correct participants for you as a guider. They are not going to be the one to come and correct you as a guider. So first of all, you have to ask yourself, what is it that we have done that have caused this very particular challenge? So how do we fix it? If we are going to fix it like this or fix it like this, so you deal with yourself. By the time you finish dealing with yourself, now don't forget, when restart mode comes, even if people are angry, they will want to hear what happened, whether you believe it or not. They will want to hear. That is the psychology of people. They will want to hear what happened, how it happened, what was the error, what happened. So that alone will give you a crowd of people to talk to. For example, if I have 500 persons as my downliners and such kind of thing happen, be rest assured, within the next 24 hours, the news has spread. And if it spread like that, it is now my responsibility to pass a WhatsApp message to everybody. See, there is a challenge in MMM right now. Everybody, we are having an emergency meeting. We are going to settle this now. Be rest assured, both do anywhere they are, they will run down and come and listen. By the time they come, you now pass the information across. Listen, we are restarting afresh. Did you benefit? Say yes. Did you benefit? Say yes. Did you benefit? Say yes. By the time 70% of persons in the team benefited, be rest assured, they will be willing to re-PH again after they have known what the error really is. So it's, to me, it's a tensive atmosphere. It's going to be a tensive atmosphere. It's going to be a time for answers and questions and answers. But the situation can be handled if we are able to point out the errors, the fault of this very particular situation. What led to this very particular? If we can point out the errors, then we can salvage the issue. But if you can't point out the errors, be rest assured, none of them will go back to MMM. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that contribution, Prince. Pastor Blessings, sorry. Priscilla, I don't know if you can hear me, and if you still want
Yes, I can hear
if you
you.
can hear
I'm
me,
just
okay.
struggling with network today. Sorry, I'm struggling with network today. I don't know how far you heard me, but I was just talking about consulting other countries as part of the plan of action where this has happened before, and maybe try and learn how they manage the situation. And then also maybe making out a strategy on how to compensate those that would have lost money during this difficult time. And then maybe looking for good PR people to represent us in radio, TV, and just assuring the community members that everything will be back to normal, so that we can match the GHing with the PHing. And then also taking the ideology of MMM to a new community to ensure continuous flow, because new people who do not know about the pause will obviously be more keen to provide help than people who probably had money in the system before. This will help us maintain a balance in the system and make up for the lost people who will be on the pause mode. And then we could also look at just countering the media propaganda using all the available means such as WhatsApp broadcasting, bulk SMSs, internet adverts, as well as just social media in general. And then reducing the percentage accruable to the leaders of the community and ensuring that they don't DH more than a specific amount monthly to keep more funds in the system. Maybe just introducing to say guiders can only withdraw this much, just so as to make sure that we keep as much money as possible in the system. And then we can also be involved in mass media activities, just explaining the current situation and how we'll get out of it and what a restart actually means, so that people can understand more. And then maybe also leaders will have an important meeting. I remember here in South Africa, most of the guiders, I think, were having meetings with a gentleman called Andrew. They were having a lot of closed-door meetings, and there was always news that was sent via WhatsApp and Skype groups for MMM groups. And this kind of helped us because we always look forward to that news that come from those meetings, and when you read and you hear something, you actually see that there's light at the end of the tunnel. And then getting monetary assistance from the MMM family in other countries until we are established, and map out a flexible repayment system so as not to affect the system. And then we can also open up blogs and create positive awareness about MMM and its ideology. I guess we could be paying established blogs and news sites with high foot traffic to advertise on their platforms. If we know, for instance, that News24 is a very popular website, we could maybe use that. And then starting up a guider school where faithful participants will enroll as guiders, because we need guiders. They're a very important part of our community. Something else that also really helps is introducing Bitcoins. It's a digital currency, and I think it's still very good and fairly new, and it's the thing at the moment. It's selling like hotcake, and it's much easier and stuff like that. So we could also just introduce Bitcoin to the community, and that's what they did here in South Africa, because they then introduced Bitcoins, and they did a 50% actually on the Bitcoin. That's what a lot of people have been using. So it helps to stabilize the community, and it encourages participation from members as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Priscilla. Thank you very much for that contribution. Okay. Okay. Pastor Blessing, quickly, please hit your point so we can see if another person can contribute. Unmute your mic and.
Hi guys. Thank you all for your contribution. The 20 minutes for task number 7 is up. The 20 minutes for task number 7 is up. I just wanna applaud you all for reaching this far, for attending this session tonight. It was really fun. I got to learn some stuff from you guys. I just wanna applaud Priscilla. Keep it up. Continue digging. You are doing just fine. To make it clearer, in Zimbabwe they didn't have a restart. They didn't have a pause mode. It's kind of a situation whereby things are not flowing that much. The pH requests are not matching the GH request, so they didn't really go on pause mode. It's just slowing down a little bit. It's not pause mode, as you say that you were not sure. So I just wanted to clarify on that. Then coming back to Pastor Blessing, wow, we really had interesting testimonies and experience you had there. It was really nice of you to share. Continue doing that, continue impacting, continue thinking outside the box as much as you can, as a way of enhancing or contributing to make this community bigger. Samantha, Prince, Nokulunga, Jabulo, Moses, I just want to say keep it up to Jameson. Your contribution on the document is really tremendous. Keep it up. You have really proved to be a team player, a guide, and yeah, a guide at the most. That is really impressive and amazing. I've been checking your progress, and I'm really impressed. Keep it up, Jameson. Keep it up. Continue doing what you're doing. Just don't do it in the school so that you can be a guide. Continue doing it for your participants, for your downliners. Continue changing them. Continue changing them. Sharing with them your skills. It will really motivate everyone that's in your circles. Continue, keep it up with what you were doing. Jameson, Kingsley, Itoho, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing right. Chucks, thank you so much for chairing this this session tonight. That was amazing. Thank you for the patience that you've been having. As well as Mr. Ajisola, your contribution. As I promised that I'll be taking notes of all the contribution that you'll be doing in the meeting and all the progress you'll be doing. I'm very impressed, guys. There's been only few of you, let me say, exactly 13 of you, but it was like amazing than most of the other sessions that we have with some other guys. There will be 50, but they won't have that impact like you guys have having. At one time, we will be having a session whereby there will be like silence, total silence in those sessions, but yours was up and was continuing gradually going up, and you were brainstorming. That was really impressive. Keep it up. So tomorrow we're going to have the business games presentation. I'm sure that any of you can present. I have seen your participation, your zeal and ambition. I am impressed. I will definitely recommend you guys for status upgrade. Keep it up. Tomorrow we're going to have a presentation. we'll have a word with the mentors. We're going to check if we can begin it at 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. South African time. That is GMT +2, South African time, GMT +2. We'll talk with the mentors. Since it will only be one class, maybe we can begin at 8 p.m. South African time, so that we make sure that every one of you will be home by then. Or maybe we can begin at 7 p.m. South African time. We will keep you posted. We will keep you posted. Otherwise, I'm just going to call out from the mentors, Mentor Nyama or Mentor Reshana, if you have any final words to say before we close the session for tonight. Mentor Nyama or Mentor Reshana. Mentor Nyama or Mentor Reshana. Okay, it seems that they're having network issues. I'm not sure if you guys have any questions to ask before we wrap up. If you have anything to say, just write your name in the chat box. If you have anything to say, just write your name in the chat box, then I will answer you. Yes, Jameson, anyone can present tomorrow. You can like select like 3 or 5 people to present, or maybe 7 people to present. One will present another task and its solution, another one, and etc. So you can post your names in the Skype platform. You can post your name on the Skype platform. We will let you know.
Thank you very much. Yes, I'm here. I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, Nyama, please.
I'm available.
Yes, well, you can. Yes, you can go ahead. Thank you.
Okay, Kutai, Nyama is talking.
Can you hear me? Hello? Hello?
Yes, Nyama, we can hear you.
Hello? Hello?
Nyama, we can hear.
Hello?
We can hear you. Guys, if you can hear me, would you kindly show me the plus sign in the chat box? If you can hear me, would you kindly show me the plus sign?
Hi guys, can you hear me?
Hear me? Can you hear
Yes,
me?
Nyama.
Oh.
Yes, Nyama.
Okay, now I just wanted to applaud the people that were able to attend both 2 sessions, yesterday's and today. That's good team spirit on you guys. I'd like to take my hat off for you. Today has been quite a long day, and yes, I was just saying I would like to applaud the participants who managed to, despite the
Hi, Kutsaya. I think your network is not very clear because we can hear